For me, it is about the law and people. That is not a legal defense, let me tell you. And how people can resolve and better themselves.
Justice with passion.
I knew I was going to go into law because I always defended everybody. I was always the one who found a solution and tried to resolve the problem by having people talk to each other.
Justice with truth.
So I'm giving you one more chance to tell me the truth.
This is Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Gretchen Picard is suing golf course owner Ted Orchard in the amount of $1,585. She says she was attacked by a goose while golfing on the defendant's property.
Mr. Orchard, tell me about Gertrude.
Yeah, Gertrude, she's a goose that's been coming to our golf course for about, I'd say, 6 months now.
What do you mean she's been coming? Is she living there? Is she hanging out there?
Yeah,
what's going on with the Gertrude?
She flies into the golf course and just, because on the third and fourth hole we have a water hazard there. And what she does is she likes to go there, and we have a little planter near there, and she laid her eggs there, and her baby geese hatched there.
Oh, okay, that's trouble for a golf course, right?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's why Ms. Picard, we're here today, is that correct?
Correct.
Why don't you tell me what happened with Gertrude?
I discovered Gertrude when I was golfing with my daughter, something we've started to do together. I love golfing, and she's taken an interest in it now, so it's definitely a peaceful...
So are you a frequent golfer at this golf course?
I am. I've been going there for about 5 years.
Okay, so how often do you golf?
I go once a week if I can.
So you've seen Gertrude before?
Not this close up.
So tell me what happened.
We were on the third hole. My daughter had already teed off her first hit, and then she was approaching to hit her second ball, and out of nowhere this goose comes towards my daughter, and
was your daughter near the watering hole?
Yeah, it was on the third hole. It's right near there.
So how close was she to the little pond area?
I would say about 10 yards. It's not far.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're pretty close to there. Did you know that there were geese in that area?
I wasn't aware of that.
Okay. Is Gertrude always at that specific hole, on the third hole?
Yes, Your Honor. She tends to hang right there.
Is that where she has her babies?
Yes, yeah, I have some pictures of her, Your Honor. I'd like to
Renard, give
show
Renard all your evidence. So you claim you've golfed at the golf course before, but this is the first time you've seen the geese on hole 3, as you say.
It's not something I've taken notice of. You know, it's a few yards away, and I've seen geese throughout the course, but haven't recognized.
All right. So then, did you tell your daughter, hey, by the way, there's geese in this golf course. If you see one, you're supposed to do this or that?
No, I haven't. I wasn't even aware that they could be of danger.
Coming up.
Then I heard commotion, like kind of like screaming, and then I looked over again, and I saw like they're swinging like their 9-iron at Gertrude.
Closed captioning provided by... You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Gretchen Picard, who is suing Ted Orchard for negligence.
So what happened? Then your daughter's about to hit, and what happens?
The geese comes out of the brush out of nowhere towards my daughter, and it certainly, of course, frightened her. She had her club in her hand and was trying to ward off the animal. I came quickly to her, had my club as well, trying to be, large to scare the animal off. It kept approaching. My daughter was pushed back as the geese was going towards her face, and she fell backwards and broke her wrist, was screaming. The goose was gawking and making lots of noise. It was a terrifying experience, especially on the golf course, and not something we expected. She was lying on the ground when I saw the groundsman come up. He was able to...
Mr. Kent, right? That was you? Okay, why don't you stand up next to Mr. Orchard? So Mr. Kent came to the rescue, and what happened?
He did, and he was able to shoo the goose away and put us in his cart, and take us to my car. And at that point, he started to be aggressive towards us. Why would you approach the goose? Why did you even attempt to be near the goose? And all we were doing was golfing on a course with an animal that he was already aware that was aggressive.
Have there been any prior incidents with other golfers Gertrude any of the other geese?
No, there's been no other prior incidents, no attacks on Gertrude's part. Everybody knows who Gertrude is. She's kind of like a mascot there now.
Mr. Kent, you are the groundskeeper, so you're in
Yes,
charge basically for the majority of the maintenance. What kind of efforts have you done to deter or to make Gertrude and the other geese go away? What have you been done? Why don't you explain to me?
Well, we have a couple things that we do. We have repellent, which I spray every day to kind of keep out wild animals in general.
Okay.
We have a dog actually.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, that barks, and it usually scares off wild animals.
And how close, Mr. Kent, in your opinion, was the plaintiff and her daughter for Gertrude to come out and feel that she was threatened?
She was about, I would say, maybe 50 feet away.
50 feet away?
Correct.
Okay. So, in your opinion, is that something that Gertrude would have been bothered by, or it was just a bad day for Gertrude?
The plaintiff's daughter, she walked closer, and I guess she was maybe trying to play with Gertrude.
Oh, okay. So you saw this how? You saw this how?
Well, I was 200 feet away. I was getting things ready on the next par. Just
So you had a clear vision of what was happening?
Yes, Your Honor. Then I heard commotion, kind of screaming, and then I looked over again. I was about 200 yards away, and I saw they're swinging their 9-iron at Gertrude. That's when I got on my cart. And I raced over there to kind of diffuse the situation.
And then, Ms. Picard, you say your daughter was just trying to hit the ball. She wasn't trying to call Gertrude or anything?
Correct. I was watching my daughter approach the ball, get ready to swing. I didn't see the bird out of anywhere. If she noticed the bird and made any noise towards it, certainly this is something maybe we should be warned against.
Judge Perez's verdict when Justice for All returns. Promotional consideration provided by...
If you truly are a golfer, you understand that the golf course is not responsible for the wild that decides to live in their golf course. They don't own them, they don't feed them, they don't take care of them, they don't buy them. How can you purchase a wild animal? You don't take ownership of a wild animal. The golf course is not responsible. So I'm kind of a little shocked that you as a golfer, as you say that you are, would sue the golf course when you know there is no liability on them. I mean, it's common knowledge. There's no liability unless it's their
Certainly,
use.
if
There's
I
no
may.
liability. So based on the evidence, I will deny your claim. Okay? Good luck to you all.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim is denied.
As you can see, this was a waste of time. I'm not responsible for Mother Nature.
I still feel you're responsible for notifying your patrons of wild geese.
This has been a production of Entertainment Studios.